Hey everybody, happy Friday, feliz viernes, feliz sexta-feira, feliz dia de festa, de levantamento terra, happy deadlift party day. And so I had a great deadlift party today, kind of in celebration of Memorial Day. I know the CrossFit folks out there, they have their Murph and in honor of Michael Murphy. That's super cool. I am not going to be able to do that kind of stuff. So what I did today is I did a bunch of deadlifts. I did 100 deadlifts, counting my warm-ups. So there was like 25 warm-up reps. And then, I did 5x5 at 360 on trap bar, 5x5 at 315 on conventional, and then 5x5 at 305 on sumo, 305 Mr. Worldwide. And yeah, 75 deadlifts in my work sets. 85 total deadlifts at 300 pounds or above. So yeah, it was a good deadlift party day. And look, I'm still alive. It's amazing. My CNS is not fried. I'm not a puddle on the floor. I am not dead. And I'm even over 50 years of age on top of all that. Amazing. So I want to talk about that kind of quickly here. Around late 2023, 2024, I decided to start prioritizing myself and my health. And it was a bit of a struggle for a while. And then I kind of had a good mental break in like late summer, early fall of 2024. Really, got my mind put together and kind of set some really good goals for myself. And I've been able to stick to those. Lost a lot of weight, cleared up, some other health issues I've been having. And so I've been able to ride that momentum since, roughly September of 2024. All good stuff. But part of that is twofold. Again, I've mentioned this before. It's worth mentioning again. I prioritized myself and my health. Mental health, physical health, emotional health, all that stuff. And a lot of people are like, well, if you put yourself as priority number one, that's being selfish or something, right? You got a family, you got coworkers. I was like, no, that's not true. By taking care of myself first, my health, my physical health in some cases, right? By, getting out and doing some steps, taking a break, doing healthy things, getting my cardio in good shape, staying active, trying to get fit. Those things make me better at work. I'm more mentally sharp. I'm fully awake the entire day. I'm more helpful. I've got better energy levels. All the kind of stuff that actually makes me more productive because I spend time on myself. So it's one of those things where the return on investment for working on yourself in all aspects of health has a huge dividend. So it's not selfish. In fact, it's the opposite. It's being generous. It's using discipline and being consistent with yourself to make yourself better, which is hard work. And it helps everyone else. So in my opinion, that kind of stuff, it's not being selfish. It's the exact opposite. It's being generous. Because you're giving the world a better version of you. All right, so enough of that. Let's go to deadlift stuff. One of the things I wanted to do when I started lifting again was I wanted to kind of prove a point. And the point was that out there in the lifting world, especially the people who program powerlifting stuff, they're like, man, you can only do a limited set of deadlifts a week. There's programs out there, right, where you're only doing, maybe 3 sets a week of deadlifts, right? A single set of 5. And then that ramps down until you're doing like 1 set of 5 a week. And people expect for you to be able to progress the lift with that little volume. It doesn't work. And that's why the programming that uses that doesn't work all that great for people who do powerlifting. Don't let that secret run rampant. No, if you want to lift to get better, you got to do it. Like all those old timers, right? Forget who it was. Some kid goes to some old time powerlifter and is like, hey man, how do I get my bench better? And the guy's like, bench more. It's kind of like it's a tautology, but it's kind of true. But in terms of deadlifting, I just wanted to prove to myself and give evidence to the fact that you can pull a lot during the week. I did 100 deadlifts today. I did including warm-up sets on Monday, probably another 35, plus archer squats, plus safety bar squats. So I did a lot of lower body work this week. And I do a lot of lower body work, more than I do upper body work, because I know that the key to driving your basic metabolic rate is your lower body. That's where most of your mass is, your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes. There's a lot of muscle mass there, and that's gonna help drive your metabolism. But the other thing is that I just wanted to again, prove a point that you can do deadlifts. You can do a lot of deadlifts. It's a conditioning thing. And you're gonna have a trade space. I don't squat that much, right? I do Zercher squats and safety bar squats, and I don't, I do 5x5 on those, and it's not super heavy, but I still do them. But, I do a lot of deadlifts, and, nothing super heavy, but it's a lot of reps. And it's a lot of reps, like I said, it's over 300 pounds, so it's something. It's enough to, drive some stimulus. But just to refute the notion that you can't do them, that they're going to cripple you, that they're going to burn your CNS out, or fry your CNS, or you can't recover from them. Listen, like I said, I've already done them today, and my accessories. I'm here, I'm fine. My energy levels are fine. It helps I did it midday. That helps a little, but still, even if I'd done them a couple hours from now, I'd still be okay. So anyhow, I'm going to put all of those after this preamble here so you can see every single rep. You got evidence of every single work set rep so that you can say, oh, wow, he actually did the thing that he said he did. And also just evidence to myself that I was able to pull it off. But man, cool stuff. Happy I could do it. Again, doing this kind of, I got holiday weekend coming up. Again, a lot of the CrossFit folks, they do a kind of, they do their Murph, right? In honor of Michael Murphy. I can't do Murphs. I'm going to do this instead, and take a minute, take a moment to think about, all the good people that have put their life on the line for this country, which is fantastic. I'm so, so thankful for what they've done. And, I'm going to work hard on myself to make myself better, to hopefully make everyone else around me a little bit better too. All right, with that, hope everyone is going to have a great Friday. Hope everyone's going to have a great weekend. Feliz Viernes. Feliz sexta-feira. Espero que você tenha ótimo fim de semana pela frente. Hope you have a great weekend ahead. And as always, don't forget, get into those gyms, hit those goals, and get swole. Peace.